offense, right? You know, they're one of the hottest running teams. You got Fears that can get the tempo going. How do the styles match up in this fight, in this game?
Well, I think both teams create a lot of offense from their defense. I think that's going to be a battle within the battle, is to see taking care of the ball. And they do a phenomenal job of just digging and raking, stick plugging, and getting deflections and then turning them into baskets. Their pace of play, especially after a made basket, is just top 15 in the country, the pace of play. Very physical on defense. So and we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to run on our turnovers. Both teams cause a lot of turnovers, and I think that's going to be a battle within the battle of taking care of the ball and eliminating those transition baskets.
Porter, how tough was it to get this game going again?
I don't think it was very tough. I think both teams from the onset was like, once this year was up, I know that Arkansas game was always in Tulsa, and then this became that game at Paycom. So, I don't think it was. I think it's a great rivalry game. I think it's a great game for the state and a great team for both teams. So I don't think it was that tough.
You're obviously familiar with the program the last couple of years, but what have you thought of the job Steve's done just the first couple of games he's been there?
I've known Steve for a long time. We kind of came up with the profession, and so he's very good. He's always been a grinder, a worker. He's been with some great guys. I mean, he was at my alma mater for 7 years. He was with Painter for 7 years. He's done a great job on, running 2 different programs, getting there. So just not surprised at how tough his team is. The pace he's playing with, the things they do. So not surprised at all of how good they look right now.
Coach, top to bottom, the Big 12, it's a stacked league. You look at the SEC this year, 9 teams ranked this week. It's a stacked league. What does this game do as far as preparing you for conference play?
I think, we've been through this to where we've talked about the league we're in is the number 1 league, and all of a sudden, here we go again. It's Groundhog Day. You're waking up saying, "Oh, we're in the number 1 league again," and so it is. You truly just gotta just focus on yourself getting better. It's that old saying, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time. And we just got to go one of these games at a time. They're very physical. They're playing really well. To be back-to-back road games, to be plus 20, and back-to-back road games. They're playing very confident, very physical. So it's going to be another really tough game.
Sam said after last year's game, he took the trophy home, and he's had it for basically. Sam said that after last year's Bedlam game, he took the trophy home, and he's kind of had it as decor for the last year. Do you know he had it up until?
Yeah, I don't know how much decor Sam has in his apartment. I'll bet you it's like a cereal bowl and a box of cereal. So I don't see that, but that does mean a lot to him. So no, it does. Guys from Oklahoma, Dayton walks up to me and he says, "Man, I've been following this game for 17 years. It seems like his whole life." So it is. It's growing up in the state, those Oklahoma guys, and we got 4 of them on our team, and so it is. It means a lot, and I know it meant a lot to Sam. I mean, I saw Sam last year. There's no question he was emotional with both those wins last year.
How do you take advantage of finals week and turn it into a positive?
It is what it is. They have to prioritize their academics. We were able to give them 2 days off this week. You don't play games during the week of finals week, and it's a balance. It's what you all go through every year. They have to do it, and so you just try to keep their focus and not go too long. And they know you have a big game at the end of it, but they got to prioritize their academics, and both teams are going through it. So it's just part of the process.
You've had a couple of years playing here and in Stillwater. Are you looking forward to kind of the uniqueness of getting to play in OKC?
Yeah, I think these games are cool, like the Jordan Brand games in an NBA arena, the Arkansas game the last couple of years at the BOK Center. So yeah, these neutral games in these venues, it'll be interesting to see this rivalry game at OKC, and I know both fan bases are going to come out. So it is. It's made for a great game.
What are you talking about the kind of the emotions that this game can tend to bring out? You've obviously got a lot of new guys, but do you show them the tape from last year and talk about these were moments where we were resilient, we were able to fight through that?
No, we didn't show any clips from last year. Both teams are so new, and it's just about this game. This year, our team, their team, what we got to do better, what we got to do, the battles within the battle. So it has nothing to do with anything but this upcoming game. That's the whole focus on this year's team. They're this year's team, so that's the whole focus.
You talked about the Oklahoma guys. They have Bryce Thompson, who missed
Yeah.
last year. Is there anything that's been impressive about his comeback this year from the shoulder surgery and everything?
I've known Bryce since I got this job. I just think he's a really tough competitor. I think he can score at all levels. He can get to the basket. He's got a phenomenal mid-range. He's shooting the three well. So I know how much of a competitor he is. We've battled with him. So a lot of respect for his game.
And then about as good as anybody how tough it is to rebuild a new team in this portal era. Is there anything that's impressed you about what Steve's been able to do so far?
Well, I think he got old. He's got some old, tough competitors. He got some all-conference defensive players. I think they're really tough defensively. He's got, but he did. I think, especially with this last year of the grad transfers, everyone seems to be old, and I think he did a good job getting some older guys that really compete and defend, and he's got them playing them at a great pace.
Morgan, you talked a lot about the pace that Oklahoma State plays at, and you've talked a lot about Jeremiah this year. But for him, as a young guard, where they're going to try to push the pace and make things fast for him, what's going to be important for him in a game like this?
Keep pushing the pace himself, taking care of the ball. I think they want to lull you to sleep and shoot passing lanes and get turnovers, but we're the same way. He's one of the top steal guys in the country. I think the way he's stealing the ball, and but just him, he's got to play. It's not just this game for Oklahoma State, but you want him to play fast but not reckless. You're going to have some turnovers when you're playing that fast, but for him, his steady improvement has been a key. But I want him to be aggressive. Want to be confident, and we want to play fast with them.
Week off to try to get the legs fresh again.
Yeah, that's huge. We played 3 games in 3 days in the Bahamas and coming right back into another game, so it was good. And then we had finals week, so just to be able to kind of, physically decompress, but mentally we were still going with all that, so it was good.
Obviously, you guys are familiar with Oklahoma State, but this is a little different playing them at Paycom, non-conference game. What stands out to you about this matchup?
Playing them in the Thunder Arena is pretty sick. Growing up in Oklahoma, we practiced there yesterday, and I was just kind of in awe just getting shots up on that court because I've been watching games there since I was like 5, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, obviously it's a non-conference game this year, a little different. I had to bring the Bedlam trophy back today because I stole it last year after we won. I thought that was the last game, so I was going to keep it. So I hope we can beat them again. Can bring it back home, put it on my fireplace. So,
what stands out to you about, just watching them, the way they played this year?
Yeah, they pushed the ball extremely fast. Probably the fastest pace we've seen. There's a stat 70% of their shots come the first 6 seconds or something like that. So, we put a big emphasis on transition defense, just getting back, stopping their push, and we feel like if we can slow them and make them run half-court sets, we have a really good chance to win.
During finals week, is it good to finally get back out and do some exercise and get back on the court?
There's a point where you're just sitting there studying for 4 or 5 hours a day. You're kind of itching to play basketball. So, we had 2 days off throughout the week just so we could finish academically strong. But, yeah, to get back out there and practice in the Thunder Arena is pretty cool. So.
When did you steal the trophy?
Right after the game, we beat them at Stillwater when Javion hit that buzzer beater. We were celebrating in the locker room. I saw it sitting there. I was like, I'm going to take this home. I brought it with me on the bus, and Tad saw me walking on the bus. He said, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to bring this home. Is that cool? He's like, yeah, I guess. And then he was bugging me all week to bring it back, so I just brought it back today.
It's just been on your fireplace, you said?
I got a little fireplace TV stand that's sitting right next to my TV. It's a really good centerpiece, so I have to get that back.
How much do you kind of take it upon yourself to tell the new guys just how much this means not only to you but to everybody around here?
Yeah, it's being we have 3 or 4 Oklahoma guys this year, which is more than last year. But yeah, just being with somebody who's played in the game a couple times, I got a big part to doing that. Just especially now that football didn't play them, we're only playing them one time. It's going to be a huge deal for the whole state. So I got to let everybody know.
And it's obviously a new team, both sides, a lot of new guys. Mm-hmm. But how much do you kind of look back at last year's game and tell guys, this is especially the overtime game, this is the kind of mental fortitude we got to have to withstand these emotional games?
Yeah, it was extremely emotional last year. If you remember, I got teed up from the bench for my 5th foul, which was pretty crazy. That that was a first. So hopefully, I mean, can't say I lost my composure last year. I have some more things to say about that, but yeah, it's a chippy game. It's always back and forth. I mean, obviously we had an overtime game winner and a pretty close game at home, so it's going to be hard fought to the end. So everybody's got to bring their best game.
Even though you guys won that last one, does it feel kind of nice that you're getting another opportunity after the way it ended for you in that game last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to play a rival like this. It's going to be a great environment and kind of in the middle for both teams. So just to get another shot at them, hopefully get the win again and bring my trophy back home would be nice.
How big was it for Mo to have that game Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge for him. I mean, he had, 12 points, like 8 rebounds in like 15 minutes or something crazy. So, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Luke and Mo just coming in. Like, we're all kind of different games, and just seeing them succeed, feel really good about it. Really good about the group we got rotating in.
You mentioned Luke. What's it been like watching him just continue to kind of grow and get better and better?
Yeah, to be honest, Luke has been capable of these things for a long time. He's just struggled with the confidence. So to see him finally get the confidence, start shooting the ball, and just play more freely and honestly excel, he's played great. So it's been super exciting for me to watch. Like, he's been one of my best friends since I got here. We came in at the same time, always roomed together on the road trip. So just to see him finally shine and get some recognition has been awesome to watch.
Appreciate you, Sam.
Thanks,
Yep.
man.